Tasha.
And Wendy, and welcome to another episode of the Real
MomCast. Real life, real talk, real moms.
Today's episode we'll be discussing dating and relationships, dating or modern day dating, red flags, green flags in dating, and navigating loneliness without rushing into new relationships. Do y'all want to start with modern day dating?
Ooh, yes. Let's talk. I mean, we could just talk about how dating is not dating. Well, we're calling it dating, but it's no longer dating. Nobody's taking you on a date.
Right.
Nobody's taking you anywhere. Literally, most dating these days are people wanting to come over to your house or you come over to theirs and hook up. That's what they call dating. It's not. Hey, yeah, court. There we go. Old school courting. Yeah, somebody court me. Yeah, old school.
Nobody
like where people actually are like planning things and like, oh, what are you doing Friday night? Do you want to do such and such, such and such? Do you want to go blah blah blah? It's just no longer that, and I almost have to blame. You know me, I'll take full responsibility because that's just who I am. I don't even know who else to be. No, I'm not taking full responsibility for all the men in the world, but I'm going to say that we have a part in playing and switching the narrative. You can't act like we don't, because where did they get it from? When did it? Who changed? Who decided that, like, oh, okay, you guys, y'all have to take me on a date, and then it became.
We just started accepting beer. Well, not we, because y'all been starting this culture, and I just have to introduce the culture. It was me.
Exactly. Women started accepting a bare minimum. So who can we blame?
Right. Well, and the lack of boundaries too, because there's a lot of times we'll have a lack of boundaries just because.
I think we have a pick-me culture.
Pick me.
Yeah, everybody's a pick-me. So like, I'm gonna settle for whatever because I really want this person to be. Oh my God, please.
Yes.
I really want that person. So pick me. So yeah, come over. Yeah, we don't have to do this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what my personal opinion of. But that's just me, like, who will take responsibility for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem looking within self. I do a lot of self-reflection and being like, oh well, that happened because of you. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I just don't have no problem doing that. I'm not gonna look at all the men in the world and be like, oh, y'all are literally putting out there what we're accepting.
What we're accepting. That's what
I
she said.
feel like social media has changed a lot of
Even last time.
how we date, or because I just feel like people think and assume that they have so many options because of what they see on social media and how they see other people living and this and that, and nothing's real anymore. Everybody just wants to jump to the next person, the next best thing.
Well, the access to humans is crazy, right? Like, because you can go on social media and say, your person that you're dating or seeing or whatever has a profile, and we're not even talking about dating profiles, just Instagram, and say they're, a good-looking person, they will get that pick-me type girl in their DMs truly.
Yeah.
Like, even if they're, nobody special, but the competition is a little bit different now in terms of not being genuine because of that.
But that's the
that
problem.
now.
That's the problem. Why is it a competition? Like at the end of the day, exactly. At the end of the day, like, why are we competing for somebody else's man? Or why? You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
not that competition. No,
for
but
your own man.
But people do that. Yeah.
But why are we competing to even keep him? If he wants you, he wants you.
Right.
Like, you don't have to compete when it's genuine. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to.
In terms of competing to meet other individuals, I guess, because that's what essentially people, when they go on dating apps, that's essentially what you're doing when you're competing to see, okay, let me see if I can just at least, meet this individual, this way, have success this way, just like, so-and-so success stories have. You're not competing against anybody but yourself, really.
Or even shows like Love Island or something.
Or you compete against even, just this social media in general, because that is our culture. So you sometimes compete against, and looking good as at keeping yourself up and just keeping the appearance. Sometimes that's a kind of a thing that goes in with the dating. I think nowadays is that pressure to compete, even if it is against yourself. Because I would never compete with another woman for another woman's man. That's not my type of social media or even dating nowadays. That's not attractive to me, but there are people that are attracted, like you said, are attracted to other people's men. And it's a competition to keep them. Red flags.
What are some red flags when it comes to this new dating world?
I mean,
What are some things that we can do that will help us catch what's going on prior to us even getting ourselves into the full relationship or whatever? Like, what is some light bulb moments that we already know that we see? Let's keep it real, but we ignore because we're pick me culture.
I think a red flag is seeing someone that doesn't respect our boundaries now, because now that we've been working, as single mothers, having boundaries and what we've been through in the past in relationships, setting those boundaries. A red flag in dating someone new nowadays would be you not respecting that boundary, you not respecting my space, you not respecting when I say, look, I need some time to hang out at my house, or to do this, or to making me late for work, those type of things. Where in the past I wouldn't have seen necessarily as a red flag because I was young and in love, and he just wants me around, and nowadays those type of things, those are red flags. If you're a possessive type, controlling.
Control, possessiveness.
Yes. Those are big red flags.
Of course, love bombing, coming in at the beginning with all the right things to say and all the right things, acting like you're perfect. Gaslighting, of course. If you guys don't know what love bombing is, it's like a person coming in and being like, oh, I love you within the first month or 2 weeks. And gaslighting would be like somebody making you believe that you're crazy. Like, oh, you just said such. I didn't just say that. I didn't say that. Gaslighting. These are already narcissistic behavior traits, but a narcissist. I got a whole list. Don't worry, y'all. Don't worry. I got y'all. What did I say that one was? Possessiveness, which is basically control, which is removing yourself, trying to remove you from your families and friends and whatever else, always wanting to be in your space, never getting mad when you want to go hang out with somebody else.
Worried about what you wear. I mean, if it's, you know what I mean? Like, if it's something, obviously if it's something kind of crazy, like, then you're maybe.
Yeah, you gotta.
But no, I mean.
Yeah.
But trying to control what you wear because it's too, someone might like you in it, or someone might think you look good. That's all red flags now that when I was younger.
That you didn't see. Passive aggressiveness. I hate when somebody makes a joke and they're being serious. Stop playing with me, and I will call you out immediately because I already know. Like, stop playing with me. No, it wasn't funny. It's not a joke. You were trying to comfort me, and you tried to make it into a joke. That's what passive aggressive is.
Yes.
Like when somebody's trying to really comfort you.
Or when they're constantly putting you down but making it seem like a joke, constantly making fun of you. That's not real kind love. At least for me, that's a red flag now. Like, that's something that I don't want to deal with in a relationship. If you're constantly messing with me and constantly putting me down, no, I'm good. I'm good on
Or
that.
even like the really small things at the beginning of the relationship, like first date, they're not asking any questions about you. They're not interested in getting to know you.
Oh my God.
They just want to talk about themselves.
That literally just
That's
happened.
a
That
huge
literally,
one.
I literally just went ghost on somebody yesterday on that one. Like,
Literally.
what?
Because once you start to see that
have
right
nothing-
now,
you what?
you're like,
You don't
whoa, like, no, I'm good on that. You didn't
so
ask
good.
one question. You don't want to know about me. You didn't ask one question about who I am.
Nothing.
It was all you,
Nothing.
and you told me about you, and then, no, we're good.
Nothing.
We're
So,
good on
yeah.
that. That's a huge red flag. That was
That
a good
one is a good one. Yes,
Mhm.
that is a good one. Because that's one that I've always noticed. to be honest with you, I've always noticed when a person is not really interested in me, because if you're interested in me, then one of the first questions is simple. Well, you know, what area do you live in? How many kids do you have?
Or even
What do you do for work?
Or what do you do for work is a good one. Like if they're not even half the people like that, they're not even asking.
But nobody literally is asking that anymore.
No.
They don't even care. Like, what do you mean you don't care? So you what? You know what I'm saying?
Even if you have kids, it could be as simple as, what's your child's name?
That
A lot of
too.
people don't even ask that after
That
you tell
too.
them you have a child.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, just that's so interesting.
Oh my
Just
God.
showing up.
Shonda said, "Don't
That's
ask my
because she's
kids."
so mean. Yeah, don't ask my son name. She ain't gonna be with nobody. Don't ask my son name. I'm like, what? Oh, girl, I'm just trying to get to know you. Like, what?
Right?
I don't want you to get to know my son at all.
Oh,
You need to be focused on me,
no.
not my son. This is that fireball right here. I swear to God, man, this thing right here. Yes. What was another one? I had another one in my head. We were talking about them not asking any questions about you, but it was something along those lines. Maybe it'll come back to me. Anyway, we can move on to green flags unless somebody else has something else for red flags.
I think men are just red flags in general.
She's such a man hater. For me, I personally
They're already rocking on thin ice.
would get beat up 1,000,000 times and get up and collect all my little things and go out there and do it all over again. Yeah, like I'm like, yo, I'm ready. What's next? Like, what's next?
But you know what? There might be some other fishies over here that are on the nice side of the
I don't be
ocean.
man bashing. I still want one. I'm good. Like, what you talking about over here?
I think some green flags. It's honestly, it's nice to give ourselves credit that we can recognize some green flags now. Like when a man is actually mature about his schedule, his going to work, getting there on time, responsible in that way. When you see that from the beginning, and you see obviously no one's perfect, but when you see at least they got it together at least as much as you do, that's a good green flag to kind of get to know them better sometimes.
I don't know. You can't go by it. They got it. They look like they got it
not
together.
look like. No, as if
But you don't never know.
That they're not a walking red flag, but that's just a good
But
quality.
someone who manages their time well.
Yeah.
manages their time well, and then
Doesn't
shows
let
given
other
like
people
responsibilities.
distract
You know what I
them
mean? Like
Oh,
someone who's
yeah.
had a job for 8
Responsible.
years at the same place as a manager versus someone who, I'm just in between jobs.
I'm just letting you know that I just met one, and this one was the biggest red flag I've ever seen in my life. And
But they can still
appears to
have
be very
green
stable.
flag qualities.
No,
I
but
think
being stable
communication is a
is
green
kind
flag.
of a more personal thing that you get to know. Like being a stable person, and that's kind of something you get to know just off of energy and being around them. If they're a stable person, I mean, that's something you have to get to know.
Yeah,
But what I mean is at least the green flag of like, oh, okay, cool, like
yeah, because it's hard to find somebody with a job. You're right.
you're productive members and a car, and a man with a car.
Oh my god.
I don't know about that one, Wendy. Like, I don't know.
Hold on.
I've
She's
been
not
running for-
lying.
I've been
I don't
running
know
for-
from personal
Yes, girl.
experience that
About
she's not lying.
2 years now that I've been truly like, since my divorce, solid
People have
single.
jobs. People don't
I've
have
met
cars.
so many
For
men
whoever
without
said we're
jobs,
sitting
without
too far
cars.
back, we're sitting far back because that's the only way you're gonna see all of us. So eventually we're gonna get the bars, 2 more bar stools to go up at the bar and put us closer, and you'll be able to see us better. I'm so sorry, but this is the only way we can all 4 fit into the camera is from us sitting back here. But anyway, I didn't know. I'm so sorry.
Yes, yes, truly.
I would say reassurance without asking for it.
Yes, huge green flag.
That's awesome.
Communication.
Yep.
Oh, problem solvers, providers.
Ooh.
Providers
Yes.
can be red flags too.
They'll be green for me.
Listen, for me, listen,
I love
I swear to
different
God,
aspects.
I swear to God, because they'll be green for me for a second too. I'll be like, I don't think I'm gonna let this one go.
Right.
He paying for some stuff. We gonna have to keep this one. He could be a big red flag. You paying for something, boo boo? You might stay around.
I swear. Oh, that is funny. That
She
is
said,
funny.
they're green for me.
I feel that though.
No, I feel
I
that
definitely
too.
feel
no,
that.
I feel that too.
I feel that. That until I see a red flag otherwise, that would be a big green for me.
He's beating her up. We're good.
No.
Oh, green flags over here.
I like the reassurance without asking for it.
Yes,
Just to elaborate
that's
a little
a
on that.
huge one.
That's a huge
Communication is a huge one too, which is what you
Yes,
say,
both
and
of those
that's like
together.
goes hand in hand with the reassurance because
Yes.
you're communicating with me what you got going on, taking accountability. That's a huge one, Shanti.
Yes, because you like to take accountability, but I just feel like the same accountability that you take.
That's on the other person to take. I don't have nothing to do with that person. I can't take accountability for taking accountability for that person. Like that's on that person to take accountability, but I'm going to take.
I'm taking over you.
But I'm gonna take it on my side because I'm a grown woman. I'm grown. I'm like really grown. I'm like for real grown.
She's old.
Like no, I'm grown. I'm grown. I'm a seasoned. I've been through some things. I've done this life more than one time. So therefore, at the end of the day, I just know things, and I'm so sorry that you are upset that I want to take accountability for my actions. These are my actions.
You and men's actions.
No,
No.
I'm taking the men that I
You think
allowed
so?
to do the things that I've done, that I've allowed to do the things in my life that have happened. Yes, I'm taking accountability for the
okay.
things that
But
I, you know what I'm saying? The reason I'm not crazy. Like I know what I did. I know what I accepted. I know what I could have let go of a long time. You know what I mean? Like I have to take accountability for those
Right.
things. I'm not gonna sit back and be like, oh, woe is me. This person did me so dirty. This person been doing me dirty from day one. My stupid ass just held on.
Right. So that's in seeing like past the red flags. Exactly.
I just keep it real, and you cannot
But
you cannot take me keeping it realness. You do not like keeping it realness, and that's your problem.
I don't take crap from men. I let men take all of their crap.
Yes. They have to take their own crap, but that's not on me. Like that's on them.
Right.
And if they choose not to take it, then that's still not on me. That's on them. You know what I mean? But I have to take mine too.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like, you know, well, I guess whenever, as you get older, you'll realize that you have to take accountability for some things that's going on in your own life. That, hey, this wouldn't be happening if I didn't do X, Y, and Z. Hey, I might be not short if I didn't go out last night or whatever. Like, it's just things that happen as you get older and you live your life and you see that, hey, maybe you're the problem. You're part of it anyway. Not the problem, but part of it. You understand what I'm saying? You have to. It's called accountability. Self-reflection. You know, when you go in your head and you think about some things, what's going on? I can't see.
You're not in.
I don't know how I'm not in when I can clearly see myself. Y'all can't see me?
No, you are not.
Oh. Okay, so we're moving right along.
Moving away from the flags.
Moving away from the red and green flags. We're done with the red and green flags.
Going to navigating loneliness without rushing into a relationship.
Join a book club. Go exercise.
For
Go
real.
work out. Go
I think it's
volunteer.
only the worst at nighttime.
See, I'm a night owl, so
The
nighttime
loneliness-
for me is like, it's more just like
hard at night.
when I do things with the kids sometimes, and I'm like, oh, this would be cool to have like another person, you know what I mean, like doing this with me and just doing these things.
I think that you
know?
just have to find something to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, we all have stuff that we could be doing. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So, even you, like, I know you love tarot. I know you love to do your cards and stuff like that. So, when you're going through things like that, if you dig deeper into things like that, it will literally take
the loneliness away.
Yeah, you won't have to worry about it.
That's how I think I learned to truly be comfortable being alone after my divorce. Is just kind of finding things that like I like to do again, and finding things that like, or I love to do now, or you know, just get deeper into. And that does help combat. That does. When you're comfortable with that, and you're comfortable with your being alone, then it helps. It makes it easier to navigate the loneliness.
Yeah.
If it does,
It's
because
just like-
everybody feels lonely here and there. I mean, everybody is
Yeah.
a human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're tribe individuals. You know what I mean? Like we're not supposed to be just on our own solitude. Humans aren't supposed to be in solitary confinement, really. But also part of the village, we do need spaces too. We do need our time to recharge, and it's important to learn how to do it without feeling lonely all the time.
I think you just have to dive into yourself, self-love, learn how to love on you, and
That goes into self-love.
get you a hobby, find something that you really, really like. When I'm not gonna say I was lonely, because it wasn't about a relationship or anything like that, but when I actually moved away from here to take care of my mom and my grandparents, and I didn't have anybody that I normally would have, like the girls and my job, I just dug into like learning things like I learned how to trade in the market. I freaking was heavy into like the tarot. I just literally just took my time to learn. I just learned so much, and then I just became like, and the alkaline journey, learning the Dr. Sebi, all the foods and cooking and I had so many other things to do that it really just took my mind off of like the fact that I had just moved away from everybody, and now I'm kind of not on my own because I still was surrounded by family. I was with my brother and with my grandparents, and but it really, I was not used to being with them. I was used to being with them. You know what I mean? So it's just how I usually navigate things. I just like will dig into something. You know what I mean? And really, I love it. I really love it. It just like really usually is the time that I learn something new and I elevate my life again.
Right.
Always. So that's usually
Or
what
even
happens.
reactivating a hobby, that's the best time to do that too. Something that maybe you did when we were, younger, or before you got so engulfed into, a relationship, or even being a parent. Because even if you're not in a relationship or haven't been in a relationship recently, sometimes being a parent, you lose yourself.
Yeah.
So being a single parent especially, so coming back to that and just reactivating a hobby maybe, and just finding that is a big navigating tool.
Or
For
something
loneliness.
you've always wanted to do. I really want to take this daggone, and I was telling you about it, that trap Zumba. The reason why I have not took the trap Zumba class is because it's on Thursdays at like 7, and we're trying to prepare for the podcast, but I want to take this trap Zumba class so bad, man. I used to do Zumba twice a week, every day. Well, twice, what was it? Was it twice a week or was it twice a day? How many days were we at Zumba? They was with me. They would be in the back of the class. But it might have been every day at a certain time. Either way, I love Zumba. It's one of my favorite things to do. Shut up. What are you talking about? What is she talking about? Anyway. What?
I was just singing the dance you used to
Oh.
do.
What's that? Anyway, now, I feel like, hey, celebrate. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Anyway, man, I'm in Zumba. So I want to get back into trap Zumba, but I just gotta readjust some things and figure out how I'm gonna do that. But yeah. What else do you have?
I think just like you guys were saying, it's like you're trying to discover something new or start something. It's also it's very easy for you to fall into depression at that time too. Loneliness is very depressing.
It can be.
It can be.
It can be.
But that's why we're giving you tools to get out into the world and do things so you can't fall into and that's going to be on you.
And that's the
you can
depression
fix your
part.
situation,
That's
but
the-
you have to
the feeling of
to
defeat.
want to fix the situation.
Yeah. And kind of pushing through those hard days.
Yes.
Feeling lonely.
It's not going to be easy. I never said it was. Affirmations. For those of you on TikTok, I just posted affirmations the other day, and I said them with you guys. Yes, please watch. But anyway, so affirmations is another great way to get yourself up out of depression or loneliness, or just feeling that feeling of like beat down or drained or just done dirty, whatever you feel. I don't know. Affirmations is a great way, not even just the ones that I posted. say your own. I'm great. I'm loved. I'm blessed. I'm money. I'm this. Like, just walk around and literally say who you are. Make a statement. Say it out loud. Mean it. And do it more than one time a day. Do it as many times until you believe it. Once you start to believe it, you can achieve it. But until you start to believe that, it's got to be like so relevant in your mind that when one of those negative thoughts come in your head, you got to be able to say, you know what? Nah, because I'm successful with everything I do. I'm broke? Nah, because money flows freely and abundantly in my life. I radiate happiness every single day. So, just saying those things to yourself whenever you get those thoughts of like self-doubt. Everybody hates me. I hate myself. I'm ugly. I ain't got no money. This and that. That's nothing but ego anyway. So some of us need an ego death. Some of us need an ego death, a huge one. Literally. But I'm not gonna rant because I'll take over the podcast and I'm not trying to.
Get back here.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Can women have it all?
Yes.
And I think so, in terms of it depends on what your desires are, if they're unrealistic or not. And I think it's individual for the way. Like, I have 4 young daughters, so what's my having it all is something that I would have to truly like navigate differently than you with a son, or you with where you're at in your life. You know what I mean? Because you are younger, you have.
I think that's defined by what you call is having it all. Like, that's everybody's gonna have a different
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I didn't hear her say that, but yeah, basically, I guess what she was saying.
But yeah, that's.
What your definition is, because everybody's definition is going to be different.
It's kind of individual. It's not
Everyone's
everyone's.
all is going to be.
Yeah.
And everyone's desires of what they think
How
is
far they
all.
want. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people are materialistic, so them having it all, and like I said, like me having 4 young daughters, and then me being rich and getting a brand new car and marrying a man who has a lot of money. That's not, for me, that wouldn't be having it all. But for some people, materialistic wise or just what they desire wise, that's what they would consider having it all. So they might say, well, no, I can't have that all because for me, I have different requirements for having it all, and I think it can be done. We can have it all.
When you ask that question, though, Shanti, what do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't elaborate.
What do you
Like
think
in relationships, dating, that's what we're discussing.
Okay.
So having it all in relationships.
in terms of that partner?
I think that nobody's
The
perfect.
person.
I don't think anybody's perfect. I don't think that you'll find a perfect person. I think that you'll find your person that's willing to work with you. And
I think that you'll find your perfect person. Like what you
That
want
comes-
isn't
that
what
goes
I
with
want.
you.
What I want. So my perfect person isn't going to be your perfect person.
I get that, but your perfect person is still not going to check all the boxes. It's no possible way.
Right.
It's no possible way he's going to check all the boxes.
Well, no, but that's in terms of like what we were all taught, like what Tashi's talking about, I think is in terms of like what we were taught in society as Prince Charming's gonna come along and save us and we live happily ever after. That's never ever obviously gonna happen with checking every single box of perfection. But in terms of, I see what you're saying, Shanti, like the perfect person for you, that may check enough boxes that you complement each other perfectly, and then the rest of those boxes you can even work out to check together later.
He's willing to work towards the rest of the boxes.
Or you're willing to work towards the rest of the boxes too.
Like 3 boxes next that aren't checked on my list.
It's gotta be what? The ancient. How long the list? How long?
That's a good question. How many
How long
boxes
is the
total?
list? How many boxes?
I
do
don't
we
know
have?
how many's on the list, but no more than 3 can go unchecked.
Well, dang.
But what if there's only 4?
No, there'll be more than 4.
Like, we're talking like 10 boxes? Are we talking like, not like 100
Like
boxes?
12.
Okay. Like 12 to 20 boxes? Because 20
What?
is...
I
already
what
said
are you looking for?
She
What are
said
you
so.
looking for, girl?
Because
Apparently.
you know what, Shanti? Give it like 4 or 5 years, girl. That's that's what you want, you can go get you a robot man. They got this.
No, she get it today. It ain't even 4 or 5 years. You
Right.
seen the movie.
Right.
If they made a movie about it, they got it.
Today. Probably ordered off Amazon. A robot. That's funny.
That is.
I mean, a robot would check a lot of boxes, but still not all of them. I don't think they would check out.
And there was Nicole was going around everybody.
Thank you, Nicole. Nobody's mad.
Aw, thanks.
We're chilling. I don't know, you guys. I'm so sorry that we look mad.
Aw.
Nobody's mad though. We were just having a conversation. It might have been like intense in the conversation at that time, but no, we're good. Everybody's good. Thank y'all for the concern though. I appreciate it. I hope that you've seen that we've been laughing the whole time, so you guys
Yeah,
know
we've
that
had
we're
some
not
good laughs.
mad.
No, not mine. Me personally, if I look like that, it's just been a long day and it's hot, y'all. It's hot outside.
It's so hot.
I was working on my car like a strong person earlier.
I'm extremely tired. I'll tell you that. I had a long night last night, so today I really should have got a little bit more rest. It was my day off, and I didn't. This girl had me wanting to do a seafood boil and whatever else. So,
Yeah.
She napped for 2 hours.
I did not nap for 2 hours. That's the whole thing. You left here, and I still couldn't go to sleep. I seen Sheila come in.
She said, "Well, I did."
I never napped. I think I might have got maybe an hour in, maybe, and
Doing that
I
would've
was
been nice.
super tired. So when we finish with this, Latasha
Night,
is
night.
going to bed. What is wrong with you?
Are they gonna call us old?
What's going on?
They're probably gonna call us old.
I was trying to send us a gift, but it costs money.
What is wrong with you?
Through TikTok?
Yes.
She has issues, man. Seriously.
That'd be cool if
Miss
someone
Nicole said, "Love you guys. Love you."
Oh.
Love you.
Miss Nicole.
Oh.
Oh, thanks.
I thought you said Diamond. I was
I
like,
said Miss Nicole.
oh.
I didn't hear the Nicole. I just heard Miss, and I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
Hey, Nicole.
Yeah, I didn't know either. Sorry, guys. Anyway. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap this episode up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you again for tuning in. Of course, catch us next Thursday. Hopefully at an earlier time than
Yes.
this time,
Wait.
because it's running into my bedtime and I got to work tomorrow. So anyway, we'll see y'all again next week. Thank you again for all the love and support. We appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things that you guys do.
Keep watching
And we will
me,
see you
keep
next time.
commenting.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.